Coalition, and also chair the social music movement. And god damn, what a week again. We got Spill Entertainment, my guy Ro. You already know my partner, Real Mission Incorporated, Lawanda's on the way. We just all out here making moves. We got all three of the winners of Philly Got Bars here today. Salute. Salute, salute, salute. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, so we're definitely gonna go into all the events, the music, the fun, the networking, everything that we have accomplished just in the last week. And we're right back at it again. But first, I do want to hear from one of City of Dreams' own originals, Keith Freeman.
Yeah. Keith Free TG. What's up, y'all?
Keith. What up, my guy?
What's up, bro? How you, man?
Hey, listen, man, I'm blessed, man. First and foremost, Keith, man, thank you, man, for participating, man. Thank you to all the artists. Absolutely. Because I think we had about 50 artists that submitted it. And, 60 artists that submitted. And we got it down to 20, and these are the finalists right here. So, y'all really got to give up to them for really putting in the work. And definitely, man, thank y'all for real. Thank y'all for coming out and really being professional. Everybody came out and did their thing, man. Like, how did you like the event?
I mean, it was something amazing to be a part of. Just the environment. So many dope artists for one. A lot of talent. You know what I mean? It was a lot of competition.
Yeah.
So, that's something that I love. I love challenges, and I'm a competitive person. So, and just the whole moral of the event. You know what I mean? Bringing awareness to nonviolence through music, through rap. You know me well enough to know that's a lot of what my music is based off of.
Right.
So it was great to just be in my element, to say the least. That was my element. I was very comfortable. I had my folks in the building. And again, man, it was just something great to be a part of. So I thank y'all for the opportunity.
Definitely, no problem. Like we got here from everybody. Like everybody.
I'm so upset that I wasn't able to make it. So upset.
Listen, you gotta come. Listen, next year it's gonna be another major joint, man. Mickey J, listen, how you feel about the event?
I think it was great. Like, honestly, I love hip hop. Y'all already know how I feel about it. So the fact that we was able to, the fact that we was able to bring that back, I like the fact that it wasn't any original, so people didn't have time, because we all are different artists in our own way.
Yes.
So we all bring a different type of sound. But the fact that we, had like a label of beats to choose from, and then we had to write our best 16. It was let's bring it back real,
shout out to the Killers with the beats.
Back to the den type days. So I really appreciated that. I really, I appreciate everybody in the building who put it together. Aside from the money that was in the building, there was so many opportunities. It was so much networking that was going on. I know I honestly already, just from the event, connected with 2 of the artists already. So it's just kind of like, the fact that we had the opportunity, the fact that these type of platforms or these type of organizations even exist, it made me happy.
Yeah, and hold on, before you pass the mic. How you felt like you got the cypher started in the beginning? Like that was dope. That really took me back. I'm like, before the show even started, the artists really came together and has created a cypher that's out of nowhere.
I feel like the rap gods wanted that, because why would you be up there playing the instrumentals like that? It's like, we can't let all these beats pass with nobody rapping on it. Like, this is what you wanted.
That was dope.
I'm like, listen, I walked right in the middle of the circle. I said, check it. Everybody like, got the camera. Who's next?
That's hip hop. That's hip hop right there.
How about you?
How you feel about the contest?
It was a great contest. To be honest, this was my first time being a part of something like this.
That's dope.
My first time. So a lot of networking opportunities, like Mickey said, a lot of good vibes and just good people all around. Like it was just such a good time, and I just felt like for y'all put on for the city.
Yeah, good looking.
So
Good
definitely dope. And I appreciated being a part of it for sure.
Yeah, man. Look, all right. How do you feel about the process of it coming together? Like how we picked the artists, how the beats were.
I thought that was cool. I thought it was great that we had a lot of beats to choose from. So a lot of people didn't pick the same beats and just like a different variety.
We wanted to be fair for everybody.
We had a lot of time, I feel like, as well. So I appreciated that. So
I like that. I like that. So like
some people accelerate with certain, beats.
Exactly.
Used to.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So wait, so Keith, Za, like with the process, I know we had much time, but like I want to know what's your biggest takeaway and like what's your biggest like improvement, like like especially for the process, because I like that she brought up the time.
Yeah, right. That I like how you brought that up.
I don't know. I wanted to, with me, I just wanted to make sure I got what I call the bones right away. So I got the structure of what I wanted to say, and like my sister was a rapper, so growing up, like I went to a lot of shows, and I know that it's hard to hear people, so I would just focus on having a good flow, because I knew they was gonna be able to like hear the flow more than they hear the words and stuff like that. So once I got the bones, I used that time wisely to just
really
really put it together and turn it into what I wanted it to be. So
yeah, that's dope. That's dope right there, man. Yes, like Keith, how you feel about the process? What's like the pros and the cons?
Yeah, I mean, my biggest takeaway for me was I was big on preparation. So initially I was like real locked in, like I told you, under the impression that it was like 1 minute, specifically 1 minute.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of the emails and all that, she was making it clear that it was 1 minute. So
right.
As I was sitting and watching everybody else, I'm like, all right, well, a lot of everybody's pretty much going over 1 minute. And with my preparation, so with me writing under for a minute, I made sure I didn't waste no bars or waste no time.
Incorporated everything.
So I made sure I got everything I needed to say out in 1 minute, and then it just so happened that Free wanted me to keep going. So what I had in addition to
that was
1
dope
minute
right there.
was perfect. So it actually played out exactly how I envisioned it and prepared for it.
I wish.
That's dope. Preparation is really key, man.
Yep, for sure. We're gonna take one quick break. Just throw some keys on so we can flow just a little bit real quick. We're gonna get a performance in a cipher later. But yeah, I mean, just get us in the mood. Then we're coming back with Miss Camp. Miss Camp's story, the family story, I can't even bear to tell it. I didn't even know this was the same family that I'm doing citations for right now. Right now, that we'll be presenting on Block by Block. Like I said, like everyone knows, my phone's off the hook, dealing with a lot of different families for all different reasons, mostly for gun violence. But it's like, wait a minute, I didn't put two and two together. I'm like, wait a minute, that's the mother of one of the singer's friends from Brotherly Love that came here just for the funeral, and he got killed. So I'm actually in the middle for Pebbles from DMX. Yeah, we're actually presenting you guys with citations. So I had to look like, oh, wait a minute, that's the same family. Yeah, so my condolences. These young men were about something. They were young men of substance.
Yes.
And it still happens. It's a lot because of the hate. So as soon as we come back from this one quick commercial, I want to get straight into it, and salute him, salute his life, and celebrate his life. Okay, with the Camp family. So Toucan, take us out of here.
Damn, I miss you, mama. Mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, damn, I miss you. And even though I'm hurt, your prayers work. I'm staying away from drama, yeah. And lately it's evident I'm the president like Obama, yeah. And I know how you loved him, but I know how you love me more. I'm seeing this after. I wish I would've seen it before. Mama said there'll be days like this. Mama, I ain't never prayed like this. I thank God we was raised like this, cause most people they'll break like this. They used to put me in a cage like this. Now a mask on my face, watch this. You used to tell me I was great like this. It's that smile on your face I miss. Mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said,
TG,
damn, I miss you,
mama. Last born, mama told me I was special. Life ain't easy, baby boy, it's gonna test you. What you get away with now, I'm gonna catch you. Make sure you give your thanks to the Lord, cause he blessed you. Never let nobody tell you what you can't do. Cause mama said it ain't nothing I can't handle. Born in 91, Eagles had Randall. Will Smith, summertime, yeah, that was the jam too. Mama said you look good and you feel good. She was always sweet as pie, kept it real hood. Even when she wasn't able, mama still would. That's why I gotta go so fucking hard as I damn should. Mama said she ain't never raised a chump. In my head, that's what plays when I'm in the slump. Mama said stand and fight, you ain't gotta run. Mama said do your thing, baby, you the one.
damn, I miss you, mama, yeah. Damn, I miss you, mama, yeah. Mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, yeah, my mama said, damn, I miss you, mama, yeah.
Pre-recorded.
All right. We're back at the Social Music Movement podcast. Coming up finishing up on our second year soon. So it's going to be a 2-year anniversary. Everybody knows we opened it up with Freeway last year, the year before last, whatever the case may be. At the beginning of last year, we opened it up. But me and Benny Siegel wrote it for the Social Music Movement. With the music programs that we have, partnering with Blaze Got Beats, Down Grooves. It's everybody that's using their voice for the culture. So let me reintroduce Miss Camp that's sitting over here, the mother of the young brother, Mr. Moore, that was killed because he came back to Philly just for. I'm very bad with names. Everybody knows that. But watching the brother you love grow up and start on when they used to do used to do the performances and all that stuff up and coming. I seen watching them coming up. I'm from West. I'm from West Philly. I'm from West Philly, Overbrook. You know what I mean? So me working for the state representatives and everyone else, I seen them all everywhere. So I was broken to hear that he got killed. He got gunned down the way he did, and got set up. And got set up basically, and gunned down. And both of them, and then it's really sad. These young men out here, they're wicked, they're heartless. You know what I mean? A lot of it's jealousy because somebody else is actually doing something. They don't gotta be from the neighborhood just because you walking down the street you get picked off. You know what I mean? That shit gotta stop. We gotta hold the parents accountable to check your kids. So stay tuned to new legislation. Third strike truancy. Parents, sorry, but I had to put my 2 cents in. It's time for you to get your fucking kids. Period. Third time, jail. Weekend jail. So we hit differently, but I'm still Big Mama. I don't play no games. You know what I mean? We get the job done and we get results. And that's what Team City of Dreams is out here. So Miss Camp, I know, and it's so fresh. It just happened on August 6th.
Yes.
And it's like, that's legacy. So there's no way we can allow his name and his legacy to go by.
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about what happened and who your son was and is?
My son was to me will always be the greatest soloist. He practiced every day since he was 5 years old, and he always loved music. And he was best friends around with Brotherly Love. They met when they was in junior high, and they spent the night at each other's house every night. They know was the type of boys that go out and hang on the corners and start trouble and get into a lot of illegal things. They always did things for the teenagers. As far as the little girls' birthdays, they would go sing happy birthday for them on their birthday. The parents would pay them to come out and sing for their daughters and stuff, and they was loved all over the neighborhood. my son especially, because he took more time out with the younger kids and doing things with them. He used to take them buy water ice for him on after his 2 weeks pay he would get from the city of Philadelphia. He worked for the summer program, and everybody loved him. When they seen him coming home from work with paint all over him, from painting one of the Philadelphia arts on the walls and stuff, the murals, they would be loving to see him come home. He'd be all painted up and his chest all out and telling the kids, "I'll see y'all in 2 weeks. We're going to have our water ice and pretzels." And one day he came home and he was like, "Mom, I met a friend." I said, "Well, who's that?" He's like, "Rel." He said, "Me and Rel's real cool." And so he brought him over to the house, and every other weekend they would spend a night at our houses, his Tangy house, which is Rel's mother, and my house, and they would sing all night, and we would sit there and joke about things that, they did through the week. And to see them trying to get into the music industry and doing things that made us proud, we always try to encourage them to do the right thing. And my son always wanted to be the peacemaker of everybody, even with his family. We get into something and be like, "Hey, y'all got to work it out. It's not that serious. We family." And we treasure that because we knew he was the one to keep us together.
The voice of reason.
Yes, he was always the voice of reason. And I'm trying not to get choked up because it's so hard to lose my son the way I lost him. And it's not fair because he wasn't the type of person that would do wrong to people. And even if he felt he made somebody mad, he would go and tell a joke to him. I remember when he was a teenager, he made this little birth certificate up saying that Kevin Hart was his father. And he would go around the neighborhood telling people this. And then some people would get fooled about it, and then they come ask me. I was like, "That's not his dad." But he always loved Kevin Hart. I used to do comedy at the Laugh House on 2nd and South. And I would sneak him in there with me and stuff. So one day he got a chance to see Kevin Hart. And Kevin Hart didn't notice him and stuff, and he felt some kind of way. So he went home and he was teary-eyed. And I said, "Well, you're going to get another chance to meet him one day, And he never got that chance. But he wasn't able to leave me a child behind. And that hurts the most because he wanted children. He really wanted to have sons that he can bring up and teach them the right way of life and not to be into a lot of the domestics that's going out here. My message today is to stop the violence.
Yes.
Because even the way it happened, that young lady knew that she had this man that was stalking her, and she knew that he was going to be around. So why you asked my son to walk you home, you knew he was a gentleman, you know he was going to walk you home. And then to be killed for no reason, of being a good man, it hurts. It hurts, even if it wasn't my child. It would hurt because I don't never want to see nobody lose their life from doing something good because it's not right. It's really not right. And that's my baby, he was my angel. He came to me every day, talked to me, about little things that happened. He was married, and he separated from his wife because she was doing things that he didn't approve of. And he was still trying to be with her. He was really trying to be with her, and he told the young lady he was still trying to be with his wife because that was his destiny as a man, to make sure his wife is right. And it hurt because after all that he had done for her, all the pain that she put him through, and he still stood up and took his responsibility as a man. He said, "Mom, it's not her fault all the time. It's my fault too. I'm learning as a man. I'm learning, and I make mistakes." And I appreciated him because some people can't even do that.
Right.
They can't even take the responsibility of whatever actions they do. And it hurts. It hurt so bad because I knew he wanted so much for his family. When he decided to leave Philadelphia because he lost a best friend of his named Zai. Zai was murdered on Moore Street in cold blood. He was coming home from work. He didn't even know what hit him, and he was a young man. He was only 21, and he was murdered and his cousin as they was getting out the car. And they still haven't found their murderers. And the mom, she's so distraught. Half the time you can't even talk to her. She talks about her baby day in and day out, and it hurts me because I knew her and I knew she raised a good man. He was a good man. He wasn't in the streets. He was never arrested for anything. And for her and Tangi and I to lose men that we thought that was going to be successful because they wanted for their family, they wanted it for friends. When I asked my son, I said, well, what you going to do with your first paycheck when you get from the industry? He said, Ma, I'm sorry. I know you want that big house, but I'm going to put that to the side right now, and I'm going to put my money into charities to help stop the violence. And I was proud of him because he didn't have to want that for somebody else. He didn't even say, Mom, I want this big car, I want this big house. He wanted to help the community. And that's why he left Philadelphia, because he was tired of crying, of losing friends day in and day out. He didn't want it for himself. He didn't want it for his children. He didn't want it for his family. He was trying to get us out of Philadelphia, because Philadelphia became so hard to live in. You can't even go to the corner store. I read in the newspaper the other day, the 11-year-old girl got killed having a birthday party. She was having a birthday party. Now she can't see her 12th birthday. Is that fair to her? Is it fair to her mom, her family, the people that love her, her schoolmates is not going to see her this coming September? It's not fair, and I'm hurt. I'm hurt for my baby, and I know he wanted so much to help stop the violence. And that's my destiny until I leave my last breath in my body to stop them. I'm putting the mothers and fathers accountable. Start learning what your children is doing and what they saying on these social medias, because it's not fair. It's not fair if you don't know that your child is sitting out there fighting and recording this stuff and people saying things that hurtful. Think about your grandmother. Think about the time when you be able to sit down and have your neighbor wash your neighbor's steps or go to the store for it. Y'all don't do that no more, and it's not fair
at all.
It's
but that's
not.
the whole point of taking our streets back. It's like we're fearful because of all the gunners out there, and it's not like we know we all gotta do what we gotta do, but control your fucking blocks. Stop letting these youngins, 12, 13, 14, make the decisions, running around, shooting this person, demon time, all that stuff. That's not the way the streets go. That's not what gangs were made for. They were made to protect the communities, not tear them down. It's like everything is just ass backwards. And we got all these kids running around, raising themselves, most of the moms in the strip clubs, or on perk time, or on wet time, or whatever the case may be. You know, even though everybody has their mistakes, but we can make a difference. We can change. But if we're not starting being mothers and fathers to our children, all of our races we're going to be wiped out. We're already commit genocide. It's just like over in Africa. It's not but the rebels killing just the regular farmers and the regular people. It's complete genocide, and it's only in our communities, the black and brown communities, for the most part. All across the nation, you only see us. And I'm sorry people get mad when I say it, but I'm Mexican Jamaican, so I don't care. But all you see, it look like a bunch of monkeys running around nightly on the TV, talking about this person got murdered, this person got murdered. It's only us doing it. Does anybody wake up and realize how stupid we look as a people, and how other races look at us like, yeah, look at them niggas? You think they don't? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. When we acting a fool in public, disrespecting ourselves and acting ratchet, no, they be like, look at them niggas. You give them a reason. We got to get it together as a whole. And it's like it's a lot of people out here dealing with mental health. Then it's a lot of people get high off drugs, and they making those decisions to go kill somebody while you on lean. You run around with, dumb stuff. How many people are locked up because they're high when they did the fucking crime? Excuse my language. I'm a little rough, but I'm dead serious though.
gotta be serious,
It's like the
though.
most stupidest mistakes, and it's from people getting high because they're soothing themselves because of trauma, for whatever type of trauma they don't went through. Exactly, but
It's not worse.
yeah, but they're angry. Our boys, our young women, they're all angry. Look at the
That's
young
true.
girls out there, and like I be telling my daughter, don't worry about that, bro. She thinks she that shit, but I bet she'll be on the strip pole by the time she's 17. And that's the way it works in our culture, and that's the reality of it. And that's why the demons are taking over these streets where we can't live. It makes it hard. It's hard for us to live, especially when our sons are just like my stepson that got killed. And he went hand in hand. He was a year older than my son, but his mother, and I don't talk about him a lot, but his mother abandoned him because his father married me, and I raised him, and then he left me with him. I had that boy for 7 years, and when she finally wanted to come back, he got killed only 2 months later. Cause he was still looking, why, Mom? Why did you leave me? You know what I mean?
Right.
2 months later, and it's like I still don't forgive myself. Even though there's nothing I could do about it, but I still don't forgive myself, and I don't talk about that a lot. But that was my son. That was my son, from baby food to ninth grade. He was my son. He went back in 10th grade, and that's when he got killed. Over her nonsense and on crack man money and a whole bunch of other stuff. But I could, but I can't. You can't push somebody so far to show them that no, this is gonna lead you down the wrong path. Sometimes they got to take that path. But just as long as also like when you're knocked down, and you're going through stuff, you're always gonna deal with that pain. So don't ever think you're not. People getting misconstrued. When is it gonna go away? It's not gonna go away. It's just you have to it's the learning how to deal with it and cope with it, knowing your triggers, because it's never gonna go away. I don't care if you've been molested. I don't care if you've been raped. If someone died in your family, your father got killed right in front of your face. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff ever goes away. But that brings all of us down. And as 80% of us, we all dealt with something severe. So that's ruining. So just think of all the different things people are doing. That's ruining their lives because they're out there getting high because they can't deal, which is probably 95% the problem for all of us. Don't get it twisted. But but it's real, and it's like we have so many people making decisions for us. They don't got a clue about us, can't engage, don't know who we are, don't know our culture, don't like the hip hop culture, and that's why we're going so hard with the movement and even having the small chatting shoes with the elders, with the black captains, with the committee people, with our artists that use their voices for change. I salute to everybody that came out. I purposely did not post. I purposely did not. I just reminded the text messages to just a couple people I wanted to come. That's it. I did it on purpose because not for everybody, because everybody just wants to come get a photo op. And this last night was not that. It was not that. So our weekly dinners in the communities start the same week as Block by Block. We'll go over all the dates in a little bit, but right now we got to keep talking about solutions to help the other mothers be able to raise their sons right, so they don't kill ours.
Right.
It gotta stop. We gotta hold these women and these fathers and caretakers accountable. Cause like even these foster homes and caretakers, it's horrible. Most times it's just money. You don't feed the kids, clothe the kids, take the kids' money, tell them to get out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On top of so many other horror stories. So it's all the way across the board. And a lot of times they say it's the kids' fault. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's how they're surviving. How is it their fault that they have to survive?
Yeah.
Do you understand me?
It's a system in place. It's a system in
It's
place.
definitely designed for us to fail.
Facts. Definitely like that.
Yeah, so, tell me a little bit about your son. I'm not sure, because you lived in Overbrook too, right?
I went to school in Overbrook. Yeah. I went to Overbrook High.
You're my first son. He came back to Philly just to graduate from Overbrook High. But, just to graduate from Overbrook. But, I didn't know you lived in Overbrook as well. Okay. Yeah, so, but, in that neighborhood and where they're mostly known, West, well, even all over, but, growing up as children. Tell us a little bit about when you knew that he was going to be, in that realm with, and start going in a positive direction, should I say.
Well, Daniel was a special kid because when he was first born, he used to cry, and every time he would cry, it sounded like a little tone, like ding, and I'm like, what is that? And I'm looking around and I realized it was him, and then I started feeding because I breastfed him for the first 3 months, after a while, he didn't want no more breast. He didn't want the bottles. He didn't want the nipples. So
He was ready.
yeah, his nurse was like, well, try giving him a sippy cup. So I put the breast milk in a sippy cup, and he went from there with the sippy cup all the way up until he was 18 months old. It was him and his sippy cup. So we used to, tease him and stuff because he talked it early, and when he talked, a whole sentence. He was like 9 months old, and the doctor was like amazed about it. And I was like, "Have you ever thought about taking on TV though? That's incredible." And I was like, "No, I didn't want him to get into the music industry. Not the music, the movie industry, because I was young and I had other children. I had to work 2 hours down. It was hard being a single parent."
Yes.
So I started getting him the saxophone, the little dingy things he used to play that all night. And then when he got 5 years old, he was beating on drums, or not drums, the pots and pans all night long. I mean, it would drive me crazy. I mean, so crazy. I'd be like, if he don't shut up, I'm gonna throw all the pots and the pans out this house.
That's him being creative.
Yeah, he was very creative at a young age, and I noticed that, so I started buying little things like keyboards and guitars and stuff, and he really wanted to play the guitar. So his dad, Stephen, he asked him, because he is into music and stuff also, he asked to play, teach him the guitar, and he taught him the guitar, and within a week, he was playing the whole song by himself,
Wow.
So
Special.
He had a gift.
yeah, he had a gift at a young age, and his cousins used to come over, and they used to play the guitar and the piano and sit there and make music up. He had one song called Recess, and I tried to get him to get out there to play the song, but he didn't want to play. But all the little girls liked the song and stuff because it was about the little girls and stuff, and him learning his hard subject was Spanish, and that was one of the classes he had to take. So he made a joke about it and put it in the song, and all the little girls liked it.
They loved it. Yeah.
They loved it. So I knew he was special because he would write songs all day, all night. He had
When you have that
books.
gift, you have it.
He had books. I mean, it was like amazing to me because I never knew that I would be blessed with this child, and
And the
I didn't have a
dedication.
clue what to do, but I was trying to get him out there and stuff, and I encouraged him to keep it up. And he went to school, and everybody heard him singing and stuff, and everybody was just drawn into him. I used to go pick him up from school, and it'd be all these kids around him. I'd be like, well, what is he doing? And I would ask, he said, Mom, I'm singing to him. And I'm like, well, you need to start getting paid. And he wouldn't take a dime. He said, no, I do it because I like doing it.
That's
You
dope.
know.
That's dope.
And that's how I knew that he was blessed with something that needed to be out there. And he tried hard to get out there, and I encouraged him to get out there. I was his number one fan. I'm gonna always be his number one fan. And I listen to his songs now. Like he got one song called "Turn Off the Lights." It was a little explicit, but it was a nice song, and everybody loved it. And they played it at their, parties and stuff. And he would go and dance and sing, do whatever they wanted him to do, tell a joke, and he was. Come home one day. This is a joke that we used to always talk about. He had got married to his wife, and she's taller than him. She's about 3 feet taller than him.
Oh,
And
wow.
he was like, Mom, when I start having kids, he said, I'm going to have trouble schooling my kids because they're going to come back and look down at me and say, what's your problem, Dad? You need your sippy cup.
You tell he's a Kevin Hart fan.
So we laughed about that all the time, and he was a great guy. He always kept people laughing at the parties, at the family parties. If nobody came, if they didn't see Daenerys come in at the party, everybody would leave. Oh, he's not coming. Oh, what's the use, And he would really, he was
He probably brought this aura when he walked into a room, and just everybody gravitated towards him.
Yes.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, they just lit up when he walked through the room, and they loved him. And when all this happened, a young lady came up to me and she said, I remember your son telling me, he would get in trouble for walking me to the bus stop in the morning because he would be late for school. And I'm like, why is you late for school every day? You leave out here an hour early. He said, I walk my friend, to the bus stop. I said, well, you're going to have to tell your friend he's going to have to come out a little earlier so you can get to school. But it was a grown woman. And he would walk her to the bus stop every morning and telling her jokes and stuff. And when she told me, she was like, he did that for 2 years. And when she didn't see him no more, she was looking for him and stuff. And then when she heard about this, it really broke her heart because she was wanting to see him again to let him know that he brought a lot to her. And she appreciated him. And it hurt my heart because I thought he was walking a little kid to school, but he was walking a grown woman to a bus
He was
stop.
probably making her day.
Yes. And when she told me, it melted my heart because I was like, he had friends old and young, and he was young himself. And to me, I think that was a gift the guy had gave us, and I didn't know. I wish I knew how to mold him better, to be a better person than what he was. But how can you make a better person if you are already perfect?
Right. I kind of, when you said that, I paused and I'm like, wait a minute. He sounds.
Yeah.
Yes. You are blessed. Yes. Yes.
I was blessed and didn't even know it. And I wish I knew it then that I know now. I knew he was blessed when I seen his face when he first came out my womb. But I didn't know how blessed I was. And I thank God for giving me the time and giving me the blessings that I share with him.
Very talented young man.
And
definitely.
give yourself credit because you raised him.
Yes,
You
definitely.
know, you did it all. You raised him.
Definitely. How did they form the group?
Well, Birdie and Love, they was already starting the group when they first met up and so forth.
Okay.
And De Niro was shy. He was the kind of person, he'd rather do his own thing. He wanted to be in the background. So what he would do, they would travel along different shows and stuff like that, and he'd stay in the back and make sure they got their shirts right and make sure everything was cool with them and stuff like that. Like if one of the guys couldn't make it, he'll, sing in the back, but he wouldn't come out to the stage.
Right, he do his part.
Right, he wanted, when he came out, he wanted to be about him and not just about everybody.
Right.
So he was like,
That's that star in him, though. That's that.
Right, he didn't want to take away from the one that couldn't make it. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
So he really appreciate them being their brothers because they called each other brothers, and they was wonderful. They went to Charlie Mack contest, and Charlie liked both of them, but I was tired from work and I wanted to get home. And I said, well, we'll come back. He gonna be here till 9 o'clock. And I overslept, and he was like, Mom, Charlie was waiting for me and you didn't come back. I was like, I'm tired. I'm sorry, baby. I had worked double shift that day, and I was like, I was tired. I said, well, he'll be back next year. He was like, no, I'm going to have to do my own thing. So he started hanging with them and being behind there with Charlie Mack and stuff, and they he would bust on Charlie Mack and stuff and be like, yo, man, you better leave me alone. And he would come home and tell me what you said and stuff. I said, well, some people suppose those kids need to stay in their place sometime, and by you being a little aggressive with your art and stuff like that, you have to slow down some. And, he appreciate that, and he always encouraged me to do things because he wanted me to do the comedy. And I wanted to do the comedy, but my job was overwhelming. I couldn't, do that and paying over 100-something people. I used to be the accountant at the Philadelphia Water Department, and I would have to pay people after the 2 weeks and stuff.
Plus be a single mom.
Being a single mom, cooking,
it's a lot.
cleaning, and trying to do the right thing and encourage the older ones to do things.
I salute you though for that because you good job.
Definitely.
So as he got into his 20s and stuff, I said, I really want to do something because I retired early. I said, I really want to do something. He said, Mom, I want you to do something you like. I said, okay, well, I like to do real estate. So he encouraged me to start doing it, and he would study with me and give me point of views, and he was just all there for me. And then when I graduated, when I got my license, he was like, "See, I told you could do it." You know, he said, "And I got your back. As soon as I get myself together, I got your back. I'm about all the houses you want." So we worked on that, and he didn't want to come back to Philly. He didn't want to come back here. He cried every day like, I miss you, Mom, but I just can't come back to Philly. And then when Joe Lil got killed, it really hurted him. And Joe Lil only came back to visit a family member, and he wound up getting killed. And he came, and that day after we buried him, they said, "Mom, well, we're going to go have a couple drinks." And head on to aboard the plane. And he said, "I'm not coming back." He said, "But the next time I see you, I'll be sending you a one-way ticket to Reno." So I said, "Okay, baby." I said, "Well, go ahead and enjoy yourself, and do what y'all got to do to get back." And about 3 o'clock that morning, they called me and told me my son was murdered. And that hurted me so bad they wouldn't let me get to my baby. And when I seen him, I was hurt. I couldn't believe it because I knew it wasn't his time. It wasn't his time. He had too much to offer.
Too much more to accomplish.
Yeah. And by him loving children, he had all of Joe Lil's children is his godchildren. And he had told his godson when we was in the car, he said, "Look, don't think because Daddy's gone that you don't have nobody. I'm right here with you, and I'll be here with you." And now that he got to live through life knowing that both of his father and his godfather is gone now, and that hurts the most, And
Crazy. That's crazy. So
when
crazy.
people do things to people and hurt them or murder them and kill them, they're not only taking away from that person, they taking away from a lot.
Yes.
Children and family and friends and strangers and people that
anybody and everybody that they touch.
And it's wrong, And I don't know who this young man that did this to my son, but I'm going to work every bone in my body make sure he get what he deserves. The young man that did it to Joe Lil, the young man that did it to Zion Quincy, everyone that left this earth not ready to leave, and that was good children and good men and wife. I'm going to work my bones off to make sure that their murders get what they deserve.
Definitely. That's crazy.
And I ask everyone help. I ask y'all help.
Absolutely.
I want to scream out loud to the top of my lungs, to the top of the president's house. It's time to wake up. It's time to put these guns down. It's time to make these laws stricter. I just learned there's ghost guns. What is ghost guns? Guns that they selling online.
They're making sure they take our race out. That's why they're so. Of course, like we don't make ghost guns. How's it getting here?
Right.
We did like when they back in the '80s. There's a movie I still can't. So fresh. Fresh. There's another one where it's big back in the late '80s, early '90s, showing like trying to promote. Especially New York. It was New York, New Jersey. I remember both movies. That's where they're placed at. Where the scene was at. But it shows the stealing the cars and the guns and how the guns are coming in, and now it's a big thing. Start selling guns. It's like they design it because we watch it, and anything they say we do. And that's for real.
Yeah.
It's nice to have Gucci. It's nice to have all this like whatever in the closet.
Yeah.
You don't even own your own home. You rent a room somewhere. What the fuck you got a pair of $5,000 shoes on for?
Right.
That's that nigga shit. And I'm sorry, I'm not on live no more. I said it. It's worse on YouTube, so it's just staying. But I said it. It is. It's nice to have the good things and look nice and feel good. But how can you feel good if you don't got nothing? How can you feel good if your kids don't have nothing?
Right.
So with that being said, welcome Ms. Camp to the team. You have a platform, you have a voice that will allow you to tell your story whenever you want to. At events, let us know if you want to be a part of it. Brochures, wherever, to keep his memory alive. Keep his life alive.
Yes, all
in a
them
sense
young men
that
like
to show
from
that he
up,
can
yo.
still be an example.
Yes,
Right.
all
That
them
he's still an example to learn from, but also in the
Big
sense of being an example that this can happen to your son too. So if you don't stand up, if you don't stand
Right.
up with us,
Yeah.
so it can be it's on both ways. So I thank you for coming to the social music movement. We got a lot ahead of us. We're just getting started. So welcome to the team, Ms. Camp.
Yes.
And we're here for you. If you need us, any of my directors, please, I don't care if it's the middle night, please feel free to call.
I sure will.
Yes, I thank you too,
And
Cam.
thank y'all for welcoming me on board.
Yep, definitely. Oh, trust me, I'm having a look. Tell y'all better warn her. I'm about to put it right on out there. Okay, you got a press conference over here. You got this over here. Trust me, I got you. So with that being said, we come back when you get a Philly, you got bars. Because what we need to do is get back into them bars about really stopping the violence. Really telling people to be about substance.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean it's good to twerk a little bit. I can't do it, but it's good to do it. But
substance.
yeah, I mean there's a little practice. No, real talk though. But it's a time and place for everything. It's etiquette. Get your lives right. Every time you take a picture, it's you showing your ass. Or your titties. Stop. Aren't you worth more than that?
Absolutely.
But again, because everybody else doing it, you're doing it. So with that being said, put something more for us too. Can't get us up out of here. Tired of these damn
Give me
guns.
something radical. You know my flow too radical. I got the city hysterical. I got the streets hysterical.
Thirsty about it, you heard me.
215 in.
But I rap Philly
You
though.
can tell how I'm leaning.
But I rap Philly though.
Pop, nobody seen it.
But I rap Philly though. Ain't me thirsty about it, you heard me.
215 in.
But I rap Philly
You
though.
can tell how I'm leaning.
But I rap Philly though.
Top and I mean it.
But I rap Philly though. Ain't me thirsty about it, you heard me.
215 in.
But I rap Philly
I'm the
though.
son and I mean it.
But I rap Philly
I'm
though.
the one cause they need it. The
But I
Philly
rap
body
Philly
remix.
though.
And we them back block runners. Can't stop, we won't stop, we young gunners. What you want from us, better take it in blood. Make us come through there and they be scraping you up. No faking with us, you better fall back, Aki. Tan Dicky on with the beef and broccoli. Headed to the poppies, get me a platter. Shots to your bladder, sing it to the after. See the way I done it and did it. And if they want it, I'm with it. Let's get jiggy with it, feel like I'm Willie. Now they screaming son of the city, you know I'm running the city like dirt bike, real poppy and Willie. Slide up, be in there, grab me a steak, extra mayo, and don't forget nasty BK. Course I'm strong, Philly boy, the force is with me, my boss is with me, and you don't want no problem with us. Got what it takes to rock the mic right, my flow, my dough right. They mad, that's all right. Can do this all night, tell them spin this joint. Fully soul brother number one, I'm in this joint, and I got what it takes to rep the streets right, to shine like street lights. She grinding it right, we sliding too nice. You wanna be my joint? Got a Thanksgiving turkey, might eat that jaw, please. Don't sweat the technique. If they ever wanna beat, the tech is in reach. South P to Northeast, I'm the underground king. Now hand me my trophy, boy. Please, far as uptown go, should've told them. Dudes had a run, but they just ain't son. Hey, yo, the bars hit different, my chick drip different. They rap about them things we done, we live with it, big difference. Plus, I don't do much, spark a Dutch, stand tall, or we fold you up. I ain't even gonna hold you up. Ain't a place round the globe get cold, it's us, they know what's up. Now that I gave you the tips, go home, practice it quick. Find yourself in some big boy ish. Hey, yo, Broad Street police, South Street shooters. One phone call and get you parked like a Uber. Dirty South, Midwest, West Coast, they feel me though. Ain't no place like home, I rap Philly though. I rap Philly though. I rap Philly though. Dirty South, Midwest, West Coast, they feel me though. Ain't no place like home, I rap Philly though. Really though, tell the DJs better play it in the stereo. Give me something radical. You know my flow too radical. I got the city hysterical. I got the streets hysterical.
Thirsty about it, you heard me.
215 in.
But I rap Philly
You
though.
can tell how I'm leaning.
But I rap Philly though.
Nobody seen it.
But I rap Philly though.
The Philly Bonnets remix 215 in. Go. Scooby, Scooby, Scooby.
Stop doing the drop. With a shooter, and I'm shooting my shot. Pop me, I'm just throwing my pop. Looking at it, you gon' do it or not? Spinning, niggas mad 'cause we winning. Washed up like Derek Coleman, and I'm looking like Simmons. Don't care who I'm offending. If I don't like you, I'm no longer pretending. Hatred. Now I'm their favorite. And respect my hand. Then they come in and shake it. Showing off. They don't know how to take it. Look at me. Feeling like Simba. No time for no basics. Bomber. I'm just doing my bop. Just doing my bop. I'm just doing my bop. Just doing my bop. I do this shit for attention. I want the likes and the mention. Shut up, bitch, pay attention. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Could be dead or in jail. I'm alive and I'm free. So know who you running with. Block away. Know that we running shit. We not them niggas you running with. We making them sick. I don't think they can stomach it. I'm just doing my bop. Just doing my bop. I'm just doing my bop. Just doing my bop. I'm just doing my bop. Just doing my bop. I'm just doing my bop. Just doing my bop.
Wanna be free, can't worry about nobody that don't worry about me. You should stay in your lane, everybody ain't G. I just wanna be myself, I don't wanna be P. Failure's not an option. Keep it moving, find the answer to your problem. Nigga, we ain't stop. You my dog, I'm your dog, so we locked in.
Philly boy dreaming, I ain't sleep though. Making music that I know gon' heal the streets, yo. 2 fingers in the air for some peace, yo. If you know better, it's your job to teach, bro. Told my nigga every day that it's a better way. Now he in the feds, hoping for a better day. Try and get happy on the gas, I need another pedal. Put too much up in this shit so I can never settle. It's some shit I seen before that I could never tell you. You could look up in my heart and see what pain is. Can't do the same shit, that's what insane is. You niggas need to grow up, that's what change is. Be yourself, nothing else, fuck what your lane is.
Cause I wanna be free, can't worry about nobody that don't worry about me. You should stay in your lane, everybody ain't G. I just wanna be myself, I don't wanna be P. Failure's not an option. Keep it moving, find the answer to your problem. Nigga, we ain't stop. You my dog, I'm your dog, so we locked in.
Failing is never one of the options. We gon' keep it moving, we solving all of our problems. Worry about myself, the only person can stop them. The love all my dogs, my niggas, you know we locked in. Don't that shit feel good when you progressing? When you see it coming together, it's less stressing. When you got the faith you could do it, it's less pressing. For every L that we done took, they just lessons. I be staying out the way, I'm just trying to do me. I ain't trying to be nobody, I'm just trying to be free. Was always solid as a younger, you can ask my OG. If you thinking shit is sweet, you don't really know me. I be staying in my lane, I'm just trying to do me. I ain't trying to be nobody, I'm just trying to be free. Was always solid as a youngin', you can ask my OG. If you think your shit is sweet, you don't really know me.
Cause I wanna be free, can't worry about nobody that don't worry about me. You should stay in your lane, everybody ain't G. I just wanna be myself, I don't wanna be P. Failure's not an option. Keep it moving, find the answer to your problem. Nigga, we ain't stop. You my dog, I'm your dog, so we locked in.
The finalist, the winner of Philly Got Bars. And then we got remember Mickey J. When I say the performances, the energy, the everything. Yo, that was crazy. My mouth was over like, ooh. I got some females that actually spit. Salute to my mother and salute to Alicia Monet, such a lady, HMO. You already know. but we got some other ones on our team. Y'all really split everything, and I think different flows, anything we give them. I think we're gonna see that today. I think we're gonna have a cipher.
Yeah,
Of course, yes. Cipher it is. So definitely stay tuned. Stay tuned. But tell them all about everything that happened this weekend.
Listen, first and foremost, I want to shout out to my partner, LaWanda Horton, man.
That's our partner, LaWanda.
Yo, man.
Real Mission Incorporated.
Real Mission Incorporated, man. For one, she been really out here in the streets, really maneuvering before we even met. And shout out to my brother Lonnie Roberts. You know, they I think they both work for the state rep, Risha Parker. And like he really called me up and told me there's somebody I need to link with. And I told him, he know I don't link with everybody. I don't really be liking nobody new. And he's like, no, this link with her is on me, bro. Do it for me. So I got you. When I linked with her and we met up, we had a meeting. I seen that she was thorough. And I just gave her the guidelines. I'm like, look, man, let's be tangible and let's be able to go everywhere I go. So really starting at the E-Ness and Friends concert, you know, that's when I just started really linking her with everybody I network with so we can just put this together, you know, because she was a really, you know, she was nervous or whatever at first because this is the first time she's doing it, and it was a lot of backlash. And for us to be able to have a great show like that without any corporate media or any political figures to come out or whatever, it was so great. So it's like it shows you that you really can do it from a grassroots movement and still have no drama. No drama at all, and it was a diverse crowd.
Confidence is going to build up. And it all comes together.
Yeah, we had the kids. We had the kids in there. Had the kids in there playing. We had the giveaways.
Yes.
We had the hip hop trivia.
Yes.
Like gave away Coach bags and air fryers.
Oh my
like
God.
My mom got this big basket. She keeps talking about this big basket. All this stuff in there.
All the stuff in there, like. Yo, LaWanda really thought of like what people really need and stuff that, you know, people won't want when they come to a contest. They don't want the little stuff like, oh, I'll give you pens and buttons and you might get a t-shirt.
Right.
No, we was just giving away coupons to the pretzel factory, everything. So she really been out here working and to put that together, like, and also really.
Don't forget about that coupon to Wendy's for that double steak.
Yeah, listen.
Man, I was about to jump out the jet.
Listen, I'm mad because I ain't getting rid of them. I forgot they even existed.
Yo, I think I got mine in my bag. I ain't gonna lie.
Listen, man, but everything was for everybody that was there. That's what it was supposed to be. And I just wanted to really, really got bars when me and LaWanda linked, and we really sat down and we started playing in this. I was like, yo, I wanted to be an event for everybody. I wanted to really bridge the gap of old and young. And I think that's what we definitely had there. We definitely had old and young there. And it represented both. You know, so even shout out to 5 Star. You know, we got lit when they got down there. You know, so it's just like, yeah, it was really everybody that came together. Shout out City of Dreams Coalition, Sister Taleah. Shout out 1122 Studios, where we always at. Members only, #1 showcase in the tri-state. You know, shout out Missy Porter. Shout out Ace the Killers doing the beats and running members only too. You know, we do a lot of things, man, in the city. So that's when we linked with LaWanda. It was like a blessing. Like, she's genuine, I'm genuine. She's righteous, I'm righteous, and we was able to link up and put on a real great event or whatever. So she's really out here working, helping people out with, you know, getting your nonprofit together, your 501c3, really helping people out or whatever. Like, even when it comes to like staying out of jail, all types of stuff that, you know, nobody's ever going to see. So I think it's really the time for us to put the spotlight on the people that's really working out here on the streets, the people that are tangible, that really can link in. Like, if you ask anybody that know me, like, this is my neighborhood. I've been coming to Glockaware since I was 11 years old, and he's in the other building. So, like, Logan is my neighborhood, and I represent this very well. So, like, we try to keep it cool. And I tell everybody, the violence is down on this side, not because, you know, it's just God. It's because people out here working. We doing intervention. We doing talks with the youngins. We trying to figure out what's going on before the beef escalates and goes to another level. So we out here working. So when one thing I know for sure is that hip hop is the streets. That's their voice. And I know only way we gonna reach anybody that has positions of power in the city if we come with the music. So Philly Got Bars and being an anti-violence event was, I think, a perfect catalyst to show them that it's something in the city that's not negative. Right. You only see negative on the news. You're not seeing nothing positive. So, when they catch on and they see what happened this year, they're going to really want to promote this because it's a real positive event. And it was great. It was all love. It was the energy was so great in there. Nobody was on edge. You won't think that you was in Philadelphia. That's the crazy part about it. So it's like, shout out Real Mission Inc. for really coming through, man. Shout out for 1122 Hennessy Cab, man. Shout out to Hennessy Cab, bringing everybody out, man. Shout out to my brother Freeway stepping out, man. Son of 215, definitely, man. Doing their thing, man. Even coming and performing, man. That was dope. Did
he perform?
How did
that
was
an honor for real.
How y'all feel about that? What y'all on the stage the performance?
That was definitely a night to remember, a moment I'm gonna remember forever.
Definitely
an honor.
Especially that song right there.
Right, the Philly anthem.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you do what we do is wrong, and you on the stage with Free, it just gives you it's a
turning up.
Yeah,
acting crazy.
Yeah, it take you somewhere else. I can't believe
acting crazy. Listen.
Yeah, listen, but that's when you able
good.
For sure.
That's good.
For sure.
Yeah, that's the vibe.
It gets easier and
I feel
as long as you put it all in.
For sure.
Easier and you're gonna love it.
I felt the energy. Y'all was definitely lit. I like when people put on for their city. I'm not really from here, but so it was like
really?
No. But I was like hype. I was hype because I heard the song.
Mickey J, listen, I know for one thing, if the energy wasn't right, I would have seen it in your body.
Right.
But when you started to cipher off, I knew. I said, "Oh, this joint is about to be crazy."
It can't be an event, especially not a rap event. How you got like 12 different rappers, 20 different rappers, honestly, in the same building, and you got instrumentals playing, and you think
somebody's gotta hop on it?
Right. And the show ain't even
dead in the middle, like listen.
The show ain't even start yet.
You wanna hop on?
Yeah. That's the vibe, right? That's the vibe we really want to have. Yeah. We had a lot. We had a couple people that tried to, stop the event from happening, but. Listen, you can't when the streets is really involved in it. When it's real, like Sister Taleah said, how the streets really are. When you have really grown men really out here with the same mind state and the same mind frame and the same sturdiness. When you got them together like that, and you were able to put these events together. And you able to really do it. And when I say righteous and sturdy, I mean that we able to give shit out and we able to get prize money. Because it's like, bro, I know you appreciate that joint.
Sure.
I know you appreciate that. So
they ain't wanted to happen, but God did.
Listen, exactly. Thank you, Mickey J. It really gotta be.
I'm 28.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it got damn. Let's do it. It really gotta be. It really gotta be all.
Hey,
listen,
what's going on?
Let's go. We got my partner LaWanda in the building.
Yes.
Real Mission Inc. I was just giving you your flowers and shit. No. So now I gotta ask you.
Sure.
So I gotta ask you first and foremost. How does it feel to win a contest?
Crazy. I'm still saying that today. That is crazy.
You said this is the first contest you ever did.
It's my first contest, my first time ever performing.
And hold on, you told me something when we was all there, right? You gotta let the people know. You gotta tell them. You gotta tell them because I was shocked.
Well, I'll tell them. I'll tell them.
Go ahead, Mickey J.
Mickey like telling people. Go ahead, Mickey.
It's rap beef because she not even a rapper, y'all. I got beef with her. She don't even rap. She dropped her first freestyle ever in her life in January. The first time her ever writing a rap was in 2017, and she never. I was remember because it's rap beef. And just because you came in one first place and you not a rapper, it's rap beef.
Yeah, well, she is a rapper,
but it's rap beef.
You are a rapper.
That's like my little gimmick now at this point. I'm not a rapper. I just be rapping.
There you go. I like that. I'm not a rapper. I just be rapping.
But y'all, Pete, real quick, let me give y'all BTS behind the scenes. Like when she literally walked in, I love to see females in hip hop. So when
Yes,
she walked in, I
definitely, me
instantly
too.
went to her.
All
She
love.
She like, you ready? I'm like, all right, I'm ready. Are you ready? She like, no, I'm not. I'm super nervous. So I'm just like, no.
I'm like
Don't
shaking.
be nervous. Yes, I'm like, no, don't be nervous. It's okay. I'm literally sitting here giving her all the tips. So when she went up there, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, being honest, I was just like, dang, I really hope she don't let the nerves get the best of her. Like, come on, give it all you got. This girl, my mouth was on the floor the whole time. She like, I'm not a rapper. She was like, no, what I need y'all to say. I'm like,
yeah, you killed it.
Thank you.
I
Appreciate it for sure.
I felt the sweat brewing on my brow.
Chill. You gotta chill.
It's okay. It's all right.
You gotta chill. No.
I was like, it's all right. It's cool.
So yeah, I'm still. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You feel me? So grateful.
What are you doing next? What are you doing next?
Making more freestyles, more challenges, send me more beats, send me more
That's your
challenges,
work.
more
That's your
contests.
lane. If that's
You feel
what
me?
you do, then that's what you stick
Yeah,
to.
for sure.
I mean,
I
a
ain't
lot of
trying.
people always try to do stuff that's not.
No, I'm not trying. I'm not trying to impress nobody.
That's the way. The way.
I'm doing what I do, so I can do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. If I do what I do, I can do it the best. Exactly.
Right.
I can't do what they want. I can do what I want, and I can do it the best. So that's what I'm gonna stick
I
to. You
like
feel me?
that kind of confidence in a younger person too, because people will really come at you for who you are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah,
live
definitely.
in a what? City of followers.
For sure.
Okay? We live in a city of followers now. Everybody is dick eating and dick riding and trying to be like the next person, trying to stand next to the person they think has the most clout.
Yeah.
And then do whatever that person does.
Right.
And it takes a lot of heart and a lot of, to be original.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, it definitely does. Nowadays, because back in the day, you had to be original. You had to be original.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like it's like taboo to be original. They scared to come out their shell.
You gotta be the
Trends,
trend.
exactly.
Yeah. You gotta be what they see.
Know some of the artists. I mean, for a lot of artists, it's real life. But some of these artists, come on, you're not popping nothing.
Right.
What are you talking about? Go sit your ass down, bro.
Yeah. You don't even know how to load a gun. Some people don't even know the difference between a 45 and a 9.
But that's why. But
They
that's
want to act like people who have intelligence, people who have vocabulary, they're Joe. You know what I'm saying? It's like something's wrong.
Or you gotta be white.
Something's wrong with
yeah.
Talk white.
Right, yeah, right. It's that that type of stereotype right there.
David shouting us out. Poppy.
Hey, Poppy.
Oh, shout out to Poppy. Poppy.
Shout out to Poppy for sure.
No, Pop definitely balled the sweat.
Yeah, for sure.
He said after this, I plan to make a teller visit. I said,
Like, no. When he got up there, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I came for. This what I came for. Like, as soon as he started.
I actually talked to Poppy earlier.
Yeah.
And, even though it was the four of the great, should I say,
For sure.
What happened, even though I know I voted three straight across. But, and the way it happened, that's also, I keep telling all of TP's in the house, finally. Bring it behind in here. But I had to let him know that, and I tell all artists that you have to bring your fan base.
Yeah.
Shout out to my team.
Yo, your team came
Shout out to my team.
Bro, I need
That team
you.
came out.
I need you. You don't matter.
For sure.
Who it is out in that crowd, just as long as you got 50 of them out in that crowd.
Yeah.
For sure. And they showed up.
Yeah, that's crazy. You showed people how to do it.
Yeah.
Crowd participation.
But the other thing I want to say is, as one of the few people that actually got to see the scores, because you know what I'm saying, Henry had them scores on lock. Y'all would have had to take.
Shout out Henry.
Y'all was gonna have to take Henry
Shout out
out.
Henry, y'all. He was working, my
A lot of
G.
artists
Was
kept
working.
coming up to him, asking him if they could see the scores.
Right.
I told Henry,
Because I want to know that one point.
You're gonna be a casualty. You know what I'm saying? Before I let you show them artists them scores, but I
wanna
saw the
see.
scores.
Right.
And like I said, shout out to Poppy. Poppy, your score was so close. Y'all were so close. The ones that were at the top were really close. Yeah, there was a range, you know what I'm saying? Some people,
But no, I know it's
they
gonna
didn't
be.
bring their A game.
Yeah,
you know what
but I
mean?
know it's
Or
gonna
they
be close.
choked.
I know it's gonna be close.
I was told I was mean by some other judge. I ain't gonna say the names, but
listen.
1-1. Somebody else got all zero.
Oh man.
You were one of the toughest judges.
No, listen, but you gotta have the diversity.
There
You
was
gotta
people
have
that,
all judges can't be mean. All judges can't be nice.
I don't want to look at you.
Yeah.
I don't want to look at you. you give me a performance,
Yeah, a show.
Facts.
Even if you don't know, one thing about being a rapper, let me tell y'all, guys in heaven truth. I don't know why I do this. I procrastinate so much. I did not, everything that I spit on that set, I did not write that. That's not what I wrote. I forgot. I don't know why. I don't know how. I practiced like 7 times. But I wasn't about to go out there and let y'all see that I forgot. I wasn't about to stand on stage and not deliver nothing.
Right.
Soon as when I hit the H.
We don't know what you got.
Right, you didn't. As soon as when I hit the H, I looked out there, I said, H is for the, and I just kept going because it's like, forget it. Like, it's Philly. You know how to spell Philly. You got flow. Just keep it going. I started freestyling with the little boy, jumping off the stage. Whatever I saw became my motivation because at that point, I had to say it.
See?
And it was good enough to get a second, but I did not rap what I wrote. I did.
A lot of people, when they was choking, they was saying it.
That's when you know when people go back and put momentum and put drive into the craft and shit.
Yes.
They actually work on it.
For sure.
Yes.
And they work on it. Some people's going to go, I was a hit. No, where? In your 4-block radius? No, boo.
Right.
You got to get out there. You have to network.
Yes.
It's like, I hate when people are like, you can't get everything all the time.
Yeah.
But if there's big opportunities, the next big one.
That opportunity.
No time soon.
Right, you never know.
And
Opportunity.
it's like people just like,
It's
and
crazy.
another thing is when people stop, start. Keep going.
Keep going. Yes. Consistency. Consistency is key. Yes.
And in this business, you can't, in any business, if you want to go to the top, you cannot take things personally.
Yeah,
At all.
You
No.
cannot take things
At all.
personally.
No.
You can't allow it to
You have a
mess
rough
with
time.
your self-image. Nothing.
Right.
This is a grimy business. You know how many
Yeah.
people are trying to come from your spot?
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to come from your spot.
Listen.
There's always going to be somebody that has something to say.
Exactly.
But you can't be the one. You can't be your own worst enemy.
Yeah,
Facts.
that can't be the voice you
speaking
hear.
Your,
Right.
you know, negativity to yourself.
Facts.
Right.
Facts. Because with me with Spill Entertainment, doing management, promotion, artist development, one thing I know, just being in the industry, you know, out of every 100 people, it's only going 4 only going to make it. You know, that's now. So every 100 people you think of that's an artist that's trying to make it, only 4 out of them 100 are going to even get a look.
Yeah.
Not even saying they're going to make it. They're going to get the
Before
look.
Keith moves. Wait, hold on. Come here. Wait. Where you going? I can't let you go for a second. Because I want to talk a little bit about, in the beginning, I was the one watching all of your submission videos, right?
Yeah, and that was dope too.
You, the submission, the process of watching like the submission videos. Now, I'm not gonna lie, some people's submission videos was like, we were literally laughing. We couldn't help it because it just was bad, right?
Yeah,
It wasn't what it needs to be.
When I saw your submission video and you were like on a sidewalk somewhere.
Yeah.
So where was that at?
We was giving away free food to the community on Broad Street.
That's what's up.
Shout out to Phil Abundance.
Shout out to Phil Abundance.
Plugging me in with that. So yeah, they had me come out perform while we was basically passing out food to people riding by. And he asked me to come out there and perform a couple songs. That's pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
That was it.
So what's funny is this whole thing started with like so I wanted to make sure that before you guys went to the page that I recruited some people so that there wouldn't be no one when the contest started, so there wouldn't be no one on there.
Right.
So I called up my brothers. My whole family got bars.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I need a video up on it. He wasn't in the contest, but I need a video up there. Other bro, I need a video up there. I had my little video of me with the hoodie in my bed. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, then I asked this old Jamaican lady. She was like, put down a gun. Her video was whack and everything. But I needed just some content up there, right?
Yes,
and I was starting to get worried. I was like, I can't do America's wackest rap contest. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, because right now it's like me up there making a rhyme that was like, I can spit, but it wasn't my city of spitters quality. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't that. I started getting worried, but at the point that I started feeling like I might have something was when I saw Keith's video. I was like, all right, here go one. All right, here go one. And then just seeing the women, right? Because I thought this was going to be a contest of all dudes.
Yeah.
So then seeing the first woman, and the women were coming dope.
Like,
yeah, they brought
and then
all
it was just like Mickey J's. Everybody had a different style. You know what I'm saying? And Mickey J got a little bit of rasp and bass to her voice. Oh no, pop the low vocal cords, making me question like, never mind. Anyway, so then there was that, right?
People always say that.
And then this crazy, like, literally the wild child. She like, first off, bitch, mind your business. Now, first of all, I had to find that song afterwards because I didn't realize that it was inspired by. Was that a challenge?
I've never listened to it. Yeah, I still haven't heard it.
So I had to find that song. So that song is now on my playlist. Along with all the other songs that my little entrepreneurship students tried to get me killed with, but that's neither here nor there. They tried to give me a playlist and tell me to ride through certain neighborhoods playing stuff. They really tried to set me up. Good thing Rosie's been teaching me a little bit about the streets, and I got a little bit of, I'm a little suspicious from being around this dude. Right? He's suspicious.
Which crazy. I submitted on the last day. I wasn't even going to submit. Like my best friend, shout out to Boom. My best friend sent me the contest. And it was the last day. Yeah, and I had just posted that freestyle, literally like probably the day before. And I had read that we can tag you guys in the freestyle that we already did. And I was like, should I even do it?
That's dope.
She was like, go ahead and do it. You better do it. Like, she was definitely like on my back about it.
And that's another thing. And I know you're about to do something, but that's another thing about opportunities.
Exactly.
You can listen,
just like that.
Not to quote
just like
them, but like the moment.
Exactly.
Let it go.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so
it's like, you know how you it's just like in a second you can miss an opportunity.
In a second. It could have been different.
That's what Freeway said. Freeway said it started off as a dream.
Right.
Look where he got to.
There was 1,000 of us out here.
Not only that.
Pay attention to cities.
Right. Not only that, but like
out here making change and doing what you do.
Yeah, like don't call Rosie and be like, how come we couldn't get in this or whatever when that was that Glockaware for like a good 4 months on the wall. Like y'all saw this.
It was all over. They joints all over the streets. They joints all over the streets.
I was just too much going on.
Right.
Way too much without the ending. Blah blah blah. Everything's going this way time.
But hold on, not to cut you off. I told everybody, I said, look, there's no censorship and no entry fee, and it's a chance to win $2,000.
The no entry fee and
I said,
I was like, okay.
I want to make a song. Let me try to win that $2.
Yeah, but what's wrong with us is that we wait till the last and the same day or the day before to sign up for shit.
Facts.
And also even for vendors, they wait for 2 days before. Like, no, get your business together.
Okay, so also no lie, they didn't think it was gonna be popping
at all.
Yeah,
they didn't think it was gonna be popping because they didn't know who was throwing it. That's okay, y'all.
Let's not running down so
just remember, always bet on Real Mission Inc. in the future.
Oh, we only got like 20 minutes left. We gotta the freestyle.
Okay,
hold up, 2K. What you got first for the freestyle? Get it.
2K gonna bring the beats up for him.
Maybe I need to
listen.
Don't let this be
No. This shit coming up.
I'm about to go check the set.
I told you.
You told me there was gonna be the moment was gonna be here.
I told you, just be ready.
Did you just sing it, Eminem? This is the moment.
I told her that. I told her whenever your moment. That's what I tell my artists. That's what I tell my artists. When the moment is here, let's be ready for it.
Ready. Mom spaghetti.
Exactly. Definitely. Keep doing your thing. Keep working, yeah. Keep working. Because them judges are. So for you to win that game in the competition,
crazy.
The competition that was there,
crazy.
All
right, first up, Keys Freeman.
Yeah. Let's go to one.
Keys Freeman. You up first. Come on, ladies, you on this side.
Hold on.
On this side. Y'all want to stay over there?
Definitely let him know about that project, Keys.
I need to put the headphones on.
The one out right now? Say no.
The one is out right now on all platforms.
Shout out to Private.
Keys Freeman, the one is out on all platforms.
No copy.
Okay. Look.
In too deep, I can't back out. No choice now, pick the raps out. Betting on me till I crap out. Tell me why they frontin' on me like a backdrop. Okay, watch how I get off. OJ, one skirt of Dolce, might lead the full play. She give me back rubs like I'm Rose. Turned up, on fire like Mike when he burnt up. Damn, I'm something like Mike. Oh, that boy's so clutch. Am I bombed? That boy's so tough. Whoopsie, this rap shit a doozy. Get over on me, that's a fluky. Ha, I said these assholes, they know that I'm a dookie. Well, I'ma keep spitting this crap for the pookies. Okay. Ooh, you know I gotta stay lifted up. Hang around me long enough, this cool shit, you pick it up. I got the cure, but you know I ain't a doctor. But I got a plot show to get us to the top. Whoa, okay. Never let them take you off your square. I don't even really answer when they call yo, cause niggas weird. I'm meditating off my medication. You know Keith's the bomb, so it's about time that I detonate him. I ain't just hungry, like I got a craving to turn these dreams to reality. Quit now if you think I'm playing. Okay. Getting older, but I'm getting smart. I used to be scared of what could happen next. Now I'm getting hot. More than rap, man, this shit is art. Trying your role in this world, but make sure that you fit the part. Life's a gamble and I bet on me. No more shows for free. You know when I come, I bring the energy. Made ahead, so I quit now. I'm on some shit now. I'm digging in my bag full of tricks now.
Okay.
The one keeps putting one out there.
Hello. I got a little bit. Listen.
Okay, go ahead.
Listen. Okay. I gotta use that one?
No.
Check it. I told that girl knees to the floor like she praying to the Lord when she blessed me. Sat her ass down, she tried to test me. None wiser, bros go over your head like sun visors. Think about it, set her down. SAT, test me with the wordplay. God then bless me. Right now I'm in my prime, this the best me. Got a bad bitch, but she messy. And it gets so messy, it's horrible. So when I see them red flags, I treat it like a carnival and I ride the ride. These bitches wanna ride the wave. They in love with I. Okay. Fill me up, tryna feel the vibe. But I'm in love with cream. I ain't got no time with two watches on my wrist, so I'm popping off like it's crystal. I got bitches from Philly all the way from San Francisco. Watch them hate now. See them drinking juice from the grapevine. Little bitty bitch, but I be ballin' like I'm 8'9". They like, ooh, shit at 8'9". And I'm still hungry. Take the food up off my plate. I get you zip like members only jacket. Y'all be capping, y'all be acting, not fabric, and she rapping. All I get is the cream, like some fucking cabbage. Bitches say they rap like me, but they rapping actors. Bitches say they drip like me, I just let them have it. All up in your mom's spaghetti. Bitches call me Rabbit. Listen. Okay. Oh,
let's go.
Hey, Rabbit. Hey, Rabbit. Hey, wait. Now y'all know how I do when Mickey just come through. Real hip hop and rap. I'm talking to who? Big Ja. Let me congratulate. Cause baby girl, you know it's all love, ain't no hate. But yo, she not a rapper and she came and took the shine. And I had to let her know it's Mickey J time. Shout out to him, yeah, he the one. You know all three don't do this shit for fun. Now when the beat skip, I just bring it right back. Yeah, like my hat, the clothing line, I had to split the fact. Let you niggas really know what I really come to show. I just come to show the talent, delivery, and let you know that people out here, y'all, they acting real crazy. I had to give a shout out to the little old lady when she was in here talking about her son, her only baby. I was like, damn, y'all, the world really getting crazy. They be killing each other. I don't really understand. And we loving our brothers. Hey, he switched the beat. He switched the beat on yo. He switched the beat.
Let's go.
Stop playing with it. Stop playing with it.
Come on,
oh, wait, hold on. What up? What you want?
We got Real Mission Inc. It can't be Philly Got Bars without Real Mission Inc. Already.
Okay, well, okay, but here's the thing.
Gotta kill it. She represents.
Do I gotta take this?
No, you represent
from the boardroom to the block.
Yeah, because you represent for New York right
from
now.
From the boardroom to the block. I got you.
You represent for the whole NY right now.
Okay. Hold on.
And you got the shirt on too.
I said run it up, run shit. We outside on our motherfucking fun shit. Broke ass niggas on they motherfucking bum shit. Disrespect the bitch, then ask her how she run shit. Nigga, it's a sig, not a toolie. I got him sitting courtside, Judge Judy. Okay. Big titties, big band, small booty. I be in the here and now, where do you be? Working, had to get my twerking. They call me that Madonna chick cause I'm like a virgin. I'm the intellectual, causing all the spectacle. Sending bitches notepads right to the receptacle. I'm despicable, bitch you not applicable. I grab it by the fist, pull it back and make it clickable. We indivisible, we breaking up them syllables. They tapping up our bodies just to turn us into criminals. Tracking us subliminal, these haters getting reckless. They not on my agenda so I put them in my checklist. They checklist, bitch. And basically irrelevant. We standing in a small room, but I'm the fucking elephant. Believe it, the shit is untakeable. They can make us broke, but we'll always be unbreakable. Don't talk about you riot. I post up on your wall and drop your body in the comments. It's awesome, it's MAGA. Make a gangster great again. Niggas wanna hate, so I think I'll make them hate again. What you say to them? Me acting kinda silly. I was packing in New York, but brought my bag back to Philly.
Let's go!
What's good?
Philly got bars!
You got the bag.
Stop playing,
Y'all didn't know I had that. Y'all didn't know I had that.
Stop playing with
Y'all didn't know I had that.
That's how we do.
Stop
That's
playing
how
with
we do. Philly got bars.
Rosie told me I had to get it.
I told you, you gotta represent for NY.
You gotta let them know you qualified.
You got to.
And you gotta let them know you qualified to host the Philly Got Bars. You gotta love. You gotta love hip hop.
Facts.
And you gotta know hip hop.
Right. And that's one reason why I knew that the contest was gonna be dope. Cause when the first time she rapped for me, cause I'm like, oh, you got some bars? I'm like, let me hear it. ASAP. Right now. And when I heard it, I said, all right, I'm working with somebody that know they hip hop.
He also was like, yo, you rap. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I told her,
like
she
there's such
rap,
thing as just rap.
I'm like, oh, you rap. You actually put the bars.
The first time I ever met her, she rapped to me in my ear at 11:22. I'm standing there.
Sean 11:22. We in there.
11:22.
In there, man.
That's where it goes down.
In there making hits in 11:22. 11:22, man.
Kids, don't try this at home.
Facts, facts,
y'all want to
man.
bring it back?
Facts, man.
From the corner to the streets? Yes.
Yeah. So listen, man. We gonna have, listen. Next year, Philly Got Bars. So we already got people already asking next year. Yeah, wait.
Can we do it again?
Hold on.
Figured out the logistics.
Let
me know what you said.
No, not the winner. Not the winner. You gotta chill.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Don't run
Right. All right. See, right. No, we can't. Yeah.
I'm coming though.
Yeah. Still. Yeah. And bring your people. Yeah.
We might have to let you perform as the previous year.
Yeah. That's dope right there. Yeah. So whoever wins
But you
it,
gotta
they
do a song
perform.
with Mickey J though. That's the only way you can perform.
No, Mickey J, how you gonna be in it? You trying to be in it and perform?
Yeah, because even if I don't win, we gotta.
Man, you trying to get a double bubble. It's a solo. It's a single.
Right.
It's a single performance by the winner. Come on.
Well, there will never be an entry fee.
Never.
All right. I didn't even want to do it 2 years in a row. Anyway,
Rosie
told me there's no way I'm letting you just make this a one-time
you gotta do it
thing.
again.
This is an annual.
You gotta do it again.
This is an annual event. So I guess
Gotta be.
For sure.
I already got my cousins ready to come down.
Listen, man.
And that next time we should be in a position where we need a bigger venue next time.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
the way they slept this time. We hopefully we woke them up.
Yeah.
And we should be in a bigger venue. So
Want us in a bigger venue.
Because if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Because we here to stay and we ain't going nowhere.
Now you know. And I'm looking forward to in addition to just Philly Got Bars, I'm looking forward to the work that I'm going to be doing with City of Dreams Coalition.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got together yesterday, talked about some stuff that we're going to be doing together.
Right.
You know, that's going to be the partnership. That's forming Voltron right there. Like this is going to be a dangerous situation with Real Mission Inc. and City of Dreams. So I'm
Really
just excited
attacking the
about
streets.
everything that's taking place. And we want to make sure folks stay connected to us. I want them to follow us at Real Mission Inc. on Instagram, because you can't act like you didn't know about it if you're not following the places where the
Facts.
information is
True.
is being offered. So definitely follow Instagram, because you don't know what we might come up with next. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We
You
got,
never
we got
know.
little things, and we got people already offering us checks right
so
now
we
for our
listen.
next thing that we're gonna do. So we're ready.
We always ready. We about to run it up for the city. Like we gonna have and another thing is we having a celebrity basketball game on Saturday. Shout out OBH Razor, he in the building, and I definitely gotta give Razor his flowers, cause like with him, like even with all his drama going on, he definitely played the major part, and
Absolutely.
and he definitely was like. Did a lot, behind the scenes, helping out, whatever. So shout out to my brother Razor. Shout out to the whole OBH Freedom Men. They project gonna be coming soon. Got the celebrity basketball game on Saturday. I know Glockaware got a team, Velcro got a team, OBH got a team. So I'm definitely want to see the celebrity game. And that's another thing that we gonna be. Basically bringing back. We try and bring back those stuff that we had in the late '90s, early 2000s, where everybody got together.
But it's a whole culture here in Philly that broke it down, and that's the crab and the girl band.
Yes, we bringing back real hip hop on the scene. We want to
Right, you're right.
Entertainment, political,
Every facts.
have to say enough is enough, and we're not accepting it no more.
Somebody got to take the torch.
All different ages, all different walks of life, but we're not accepting it no more. It's not okay.
Right.
It's not okay to keep back doing each other. It's not okay for none of that.
Facts. That's true. Facts. That's true. That's true. And that's how we gonna carry it in a major way. Like my man Razor say, honorable We carrying it just like that. We can't carry it no other way, man. Shout out Real Mission Inc., LaWanda. Like I said, shout out to my brother Lonnie Roberts for introducing me to LaWanda. He's out here always doing stuff in the community, always working or whatever, just out here. Follow me at Spill Entertainment, Spill ENT on Instagram. I don't even care if you just like this shit, just look at it so you just know what's going on. My page is as informative. It's just for you to know what's going on in the city of Philadelphia. Shout out my brother Enes and Friends, part 2 is coming up soon. So it's a lot of stuff coming out, man.
Sunday at 215.
Yeah, man. Shout out, listen, man.
You already know?
Yeah, man. Shout out, son. Shout out,
stay
son, man.
tuned. We will be dropping Friday
Shout out
morning
Free.
the whole list, not the whole list, because it's gonna be submissions from block by block. But we are dropping. It's a 10. Right now, it's a 10 tour list for September and October. And we'll be doing submissions for any families, anybody that wants us to come hit their block with their favorite influencers. Tap in. You'll find out. Astro, they're all working, and I am Corey Flocka. They're all working on that as we speak. So we'll be dropping Friday morning all submissions, dance challenge with Corey Flocka, drumline challenge. With our shout out tracks, just so much that we got going on. So please tap in City of Dreams. Tell them where to tap in with you.
You can tap in with me at Zykeea, ZYKEEA.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
You feel me?
The winner of Philly Got Bars presented by Real Mission Inc. Top dog sponsors, you already know, City of Dreams, Glockaware, and a whole host of other people from our communities. And Mickey, give it to them.
You already know where you can find me. They gave me number 2 because I'm the shit. That's the only reason why. But you can find me anywhere, everywhere, on all platforms. MICKIIJAY. All right.
She's doing her big one.
Mickey J is crazy.
Period. Hey, every Monday too. Make sure y'all follow me on IG. Y'all like that hip hop shit? I go live every Monday. What you do is drop a word in the comments, and that's what we rap about. I seriously bring it back. And producers, tap in. I want to rap off our original beats. I don't want to keep stealing them from YouTube. Like, tap in.
Facts.
Sure.
Facts. There you go.
Sure. So, Glockaware, we out of here.
Yes.